reflect for me for a minute on what there is about Eastern that stays the same, and what kind of changes that you've seen in the institution in your experience with it.
Well, Eastern has always been, and always I think will be, a college and university where it has feelings to it, and people are friendly and want you to advance and want you to do the very part. It has expanded quite a bit. When I entered here, it was Eastern Kentucky State Teachers College. And of course, it had expanded on in name and to come to East Kentucky University. But, and the facilities have changed. The courses of study and the curriculum has changed. They get more professional courses now than we had when I was here. Of course, they added the law enforcement for all the things, and nursing, and have satellite campuses off campus now. We have faculty going out teaching at different places that we didn't have back then. And the number of students has increased quite a bit. When I was here back in the 60s, things very seldom see any cars parked on the campus. Now it's full. We have a lot of continuing education going on, a lot of students driving to and from classes. It's altogether the difference, but yet you still got that spirit of Eastern where you are welcomed here, and they're friendly, and they want to see you do progress as much as possible.
Yeah, you know, I don't think I could have said that any better myself. But you mentioned these satellite campuses, and of course our newest regional campus structure is this building that we've had open now for about a year, a little over a year, down in Manchester. And I know when I go to Clay County in Manchester and come around that curve and see the Stivers building that houses our activity in Manchester, it kind of it gives me a good feeling. But now, how about somebody who lived in Manchester and Clay County so long? What's your reaction to the Eastern presence there?
Oh, it's beyond my dreams when Eastern built that satellite there. It's so good. I had wonderful years at Clay County when I was there. And Eastern was a great part of my life, and it always has been and always will be. And Clay County welcomed me when I came there to teach and coach, and to see a satellite college there that can help those students is great beyond everything I ever mentioned there. They've got a good people in Clay County, and that's a Eastern place right now. And it's so wonderful that we can have a nice building down there that can offer not only people in Manchester and Clay County, but the surrounding counties can come there and use it too to get to Eastern. Yeah.
Joanne and I drove down to Manchester a couple weeks ago. We went down for the Senator Robert Stivers lost his mother, and we drove down for that visitation. And this we went by the building. I guess it was a little bit after 7 in the evening, and that parking lot was absolutely full with classes going on there, and that was a very good feeling. And we've got a really talented, energetic young man, Terry Gray, who's running that center for us. And he was Clay County continued to have some pretty good basketball teams, even after you weren't coaching there. You kind of established a tradition there, and of course Terry played on I guess Clay County's last championship team.
Yes, he is a very good man, and in fact, they asked me about a director down there, and I recommended him. Well. The Clay County people there is so good. In fact, just recently, they after I've been gone for over 40 years from there, they named the school gymnasium that we used back then, J.W. Thurman Gymnasium in Spider's Court down there. So that was a great honor to me, for them to remember me after all those years. But next to Eastern, well, Clay County is home to me.
Spider, who are some of the, if you think back over the folks whom you've come to know through your association with Eastern, we've talked about some of them: Rome Rankin, Dr. Donovan, Dr. O'Donnell, Bob Martin, Don Feltner. Who are some of the other folks that come to mind when you think about your work at Eastern?
Well, I think of more or less some of the instructors that I had here when I was in school here. I don't know if you ever had them or not. Dr. Doris.
Dr. Doris was still teaching. He was on the history faculty when I was a freshman, but I never had him in a class.
Yeah. Well, the story about Dr. Doris was that he came from the University of Illinois to Eastern's campus, and he failed. Red Grange was an All-American football player at Illinois, and he didn't like athletes. And when I'd go to his class, I would never wear an Eastern jacket or an Eastern letter because I didn't want him to know that I was an athlete. And Dr. Fred Engel, Sr., he taught math, and also he taught a Sunday school class at the Baptist school, and he wanted all his students to come to his Sunday school class, and we thought maybe we better go to get a good grade. We'd go to so it's a wonder if I didn't turn out to be a Baptist.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned Fred Engel, because you triggered a thought, something I'd thought of earlier that I wanted to be sure to get out. But of course, Fred Engel Sr., whom students affectionately known as Speedy, and then his son Fred Jr. was a member of the faculty, and now his grandson Alan is a member of the faculty. So we've got 3 generations of Engels who have served on this campus. But now I know that you and Margaret must be proud that your son Tommy, former FBI agent, is a member of the faculty here. So now we're not to 3 generations yet, but we're on 2 generations of Thurmans working on this campus.
Yeah, that's what's great about Eastern. They keep the spirit going from beginning to the end, and it's what it makes it feel at home to most of the students. They feel welcome here for it, and because we have the tradition that goes back from years and years and years.
Of course, we're very proud of Tommy, and for the benefit of our audience, when Tommy Thurman was an FBI agent, it was his work that really broke the case on the Lockerbie, Scotland bombing of the Pan Am flight. Tommy's the one that found that piece of the bomb and then traced it back to its sources in Libya. So he's a real valued member of our faculty. And then your other boy, Scott, you were telling me, is a pharmacist in North Carolina.
Yeah, Eastern's been very good to me and my family.
Yeah. Well, Spider, I think we've probably about run out of our time here and our topics. It's been very great. I've really enjoyed visiting with you. You and I've been. We started out with you were a professional staff member here, and I was a student, and then that turned into a collegial relationship later on. And I've always felt very fortunate to know you, and very honored to count you among my friends.
Well, Eastern has meant everything to me. I have no words to express the appreciation that I have for Eastern. I met my wife here. My 2 sons graduated from Eastern here, and it gave me a job, gave her a job, my son a job. We're Eastern all the way.
That's right, and we appreciate that. Yeah. So that's it for this edition of EKU Then and Now. Thank you for watching.